3 days after burying the love of my life, a stranger handed me a document worth $3 million with my signature on it, a signature I never wrote. I looked at the clock. It was 6 in the evening, December 31st. The last day of the year. I smiled at Xander. He smiled back at me. We were in our apartment. It was small but cozy. I loved this place. The table was ready. I put out 2 wine glasses. I put out small candles. The candles made soft light. Everything looked perfect. Xander came to me. He put his arms around me. He was warm and strong. I felt safe with him. "Are you happy?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Good. Tonight will be special." I looked at the food on the table. I looked at the wine. I looked at the candles. Everything was ready for our New Year party. "Just us," I said. "Just you and me. Just us," Xander said. He held me close. "New year, new us. Remember?" I remembered. He said this phrase many times. New year, new us. It was our special promise, a new beginning together. The evening went by slowly. We talked and laughed. Xander told me funny stories. I told him about my piano students. The hours felt warm and perfect. At 11:30, Xander stood up. He looked at his phone. "I need to go out," he said. I looked at him. "Go out? Now? But it is almost midnight." "I know," he said, "but I forgot something. I need more ice, and I left your gift in the car." "My gift?" I asked. He smiled. "Yes. A surprise. A special gift for midnight." I felt excited. Xander always gave me thoughtful gifts. "I will be fast," he said. He put on his coat. He came to me. He kissed my forehead. His lips felt warm on my skin. "Wait for me," he said softly. "New year, new us, remember?" "I remember," I said. "Come back soon." He smiled. Then he walked to the door. He opened it. Cold air came inside. He looked back at me one more time. "I love you, Lynn," he said. "I love you too," I said. The door closed. I heard his steps go down the hall. I heard the elevator door open and close. I sat on the sofa. I waited. I looked at the clock. 11:40, 20 minutes until the new year. I turned on the television. People were dancing in the streets. They were happy. They were waiting for midnight. They were ready to celebrate. I smiled. Soon Xander would be back. Soon we would watch the fireworks together. Soon we would kiss at midnight. The minutes went by. 11:45, 11:50. I heard a sound at the door. I jumped up. I felt happy. Xander was back. I ran to the door. I opened it fast. But it was not Xander. 2 men stood there. They wore dark blue uniforms, police uniforms. Their faces looked serious and sad. "Miss Lynn Carter?" one man asked. My heart started to beat fast. Something was wrong. Something was very wrong. "Yes," I said. My voice was small. "That is me." "May we come in?" the other man asked. I stepped back. They came inside. They stood in my living room. The candles were still burning. The wine glasses were still on the table. "Please sit down," the first man said. Why? I asked. What happened? Where is Xander? The two men looked at each other, then they looked at me. I am very sorry, the first man said. There was an accident, a car accident. What? I said. What accident? A car went off the road, he said. It was on River Bend. That is the curve near the mountain. The car fell down the cliff. I could not breathe. The room felt cold. The driver was Xander Sterling, the man said. He died instantly. I am very sorry. The words hit me. They hit me like stones. Each word was heavy and sharp. No, I said. No, that is wrong. He just left. He went to buy ice. He will be back soon. Miss Carter, the second man said gently. We checked the car. We checked his identification. It was him. My legs felt weak. I sat down. No. I fell down. I fell onto the floor. The room started to spin. I could not hear the men anymore. I could not see clearly. Outside the window, fireworks started. Midnight had come. The new year was here. Boom, boom, boom. The fireworks were loud. People were screaming with joy. People were celebrating. But inside my apartment, there was only silence. A deep, terrible silence. I could not hear the fireworks. I could not hear anything except one sound. It was my heart. It was breaking into 1,000 pieces. Xander was gone. He was dead. He would never come back. New year, new us. But now there was no us. There was only me, alone. 3 days went by. 3 dark, empty days. The funeral was over. Many people came. They said kind words, but I did not hear them. I was lost in my pain. I was alone in my apartment now. I sat on the sofa. I did not eat. I did not sleep much. I just sat there. The candles from New Year were still on the table. They were cold now. Dead like Xander. Someone knocked on my door. I did not want to answer. I wanted to be alone with my sadness. The knock came again, louder this time. I stood up slowly. I walked to the door. I opened it. A man stood there. He wore a gray suit. He carried a black bag. He looked like a businessman. Miss Carter? He asked. Yes, I said. My voice was very quiet. My name is Mr. Walsh, he said. I am a lawyer. I work for Bright Future Insurance. May I come in? I did not want him inside, but I stepped back. He came in. We sat down at the table. He opened his black bag. He took out some papers. I am very sorry for your loss, he said. I said nothing. What could I say? I need to talk to you about something important. He said, it is about Mr. Sterling. My heart hurt when he said Xander's name. What about him? I asked. Mr. Walsh looked at the papers. Then he looked at me. Mr. Sterling bought a life insurance policy, he said. He bought it 1 month ago. Insurance? I said. I did not understand. Yes, Mr. Walsh said. The policy is worth $3 million. $3 million. The number was huge. I could not think about it. Why are you telling me this? I asked. Because you are the beneficiary, he said. The money goes to you. I stared at him. The words did not make sense. To me? I said. Why to me? Mr. Sterling named you, Mr. Walsh said. You are the only person on the policy, the sole beneficiary. My head started to hurt. Why did Xander do this? He never told me about insurance. He never talked about money like this. Mr. Walsh gave me the papers. This is the contract, he said. Please read it. I took the papers. My hands shook. I looked at the first page. I saw Xander's name. I saw the date. 1 month ago. December 1st. I turned the page. I saw more words. Legal words. Big words I did not understand. Then I saw something that made me freeze. At the bottom of the page, there was a signature line. It said, Witness above it, and there was my signature, my name, Lynn Carter, written in my handwriting. I looked at it closely. The letters slanted to the right, just like mine. The small underline under my last name, just like I always did. It looked exactly like my signature. But I never signed this paper. I never saw this paper before in my life. Is something wrong? Mr. Walsh asked. I could not speak. I could not breathe. I looked at the signature again. It was perfect. Every curve, every line, it looked like me. But it was not me. Someone stole my hand. Someone copied my writing. Someone put my name on this paper. Miss Carter, Mr. Walsh said. Are you okay? I need a moment, I said. My voice was shaking. Mr. Walsh nodded. He stood up. I will wait outside, he said. Take your time. He left. The door closed. I was alone again. I stared at the signature, my signature, but not my signature. Why did Xander do this? Why did he copy my handwriting? Why did he put my name on this paper without telling me? Did he want to protect me? Did he know something bad was going to happen? Or was there another reason, a darker reason? My mind was full of questions. Questions with no answers. Xander was dead. He could not tell me the truth now. But this paper was here. This lie was here, written in my own hand. I felt cold, very cold. Something was wrong, very wrong. This was not just an accident. This was not just insurance. This was a secret. A big, dangerous secret. And Xander left it for me to find. 2 days later, someone knocked on my door again. It was morning. I was still in bed. I did not want to get up. The knock came again. Loud and hard. Angry. I got out of bed. I put on my robe. I walked to the door. I opened it. 3 people stood there. I knew them. They were Xander's family. His mother was in front. She wore a black dress and expensive jewelry. Her face was cold. She looked at me with hate in her eyes. Behind her was Xander's brother. His name was Marcus. He was tall and strong. He did not smile. A third man stood with them. He wore a suit. He carried a briefcase, a lawyer. We need to talk, Xander's mother said. She did not wait for me to answer. She walked inside. The others followed her. I closed the door. My hands shook. I felt afraid. They sat down at my table. I stood near the door. I did not want to sit with them. You know who we are, Xander's mother said. It was not a question. "We are the Sterling family," she said. Her voice was hard. "We are powerful. We are rich. And we know what you did." I did not understand. What I did? Marcus threw some papers onto the table. Photos fell out. They spread across the surface. "Look at these," he said. I looked. The photos showed papers, bank statements, credit card bills. They were my papers, my private papers. "How did you get these?" I asked. "That does not matter," Xander's mother said. "What matters is what they show." I looked at the photos again. One showed my credit card debt. It was not much, just $2,000, but it was there. Another photo showed my old apartment. It was small and cheap. My humble home before I met Xander. "You had nothing," Marcus said. "You were poor. You taught piano to little kids. You made almost no money." "So?" I said. "What is wrong with that?" "You needed money," Xander's mother said. "You wanted money. You saw my son. You saw his wealth. You made a plan." "No," I said. "That is not true. I loved Xander." "Loved?" She laughed. It was a cold, cruel laugh. "You loved his money. You forced him to buy that insurance. You made him put your name on it." "I did not," I said. "I did not even know about the insurance." The lawyer opened his briefcase. He took out more papers. He put them on the table. $3 million, he said. "That is a lot of money for a poor piano teacher." "I did not want his money," I said. My voice was getting louder. "I wanted him. I loved him." "Liar," Xander's mother said. She stood up. She walked close to me. Her eyes were full of hate. "You killed my son," she said. Her voice was low and dangerous. "You tampered with the car brakes. You sent him to his death. You murdered him for money." The words hit me like a slap. I stepped back. "No," I said. "No, that is crazy." "Never. We will prove it," Marcus said. "We will show everyone what you did. We will put you in jail." "We are suing you," the lawyer said. "We are going to the police. We will tell them everything." "But I did nothing," I said. Tears came to my eyes. I loved him. I lost him. I am in pain. "You are a murderer," Xander's mother said, "and you will pay." They left. They slammed the door. I was alone again. I fell onto the floor. I cried. I cried for a long time. The next day, the police came, 2 detectives. They asked me many questions, hard questions. "Why did Xander buy the insurance? Did you know about it? Did you need money? Where were you on New Year's Eve? Do you know about car brakes?" They asked about motive. They asked if I wanted Xander dead. They asked if I killed him. I said no. I said no 1,000 times. But they did not believe me. My friends stopped calling. They stopped visiting. They were afraid. They did not want to be connected to a murder case. I was alone, completely alone. I lost Xander. I lost my love. My heart was broken. And now I was losing my freedom too. The police thought I was a killer. The Sterling family wanted me in jail. I was trapped. I had no way out. The pain of losing Xander was terrible, but the danger of losing my life was worse. I sat in my dark apartment. I had 2 choices. I could give up, or I could fight. But how could I fight? I was just a piano teacher. I was weak and alone. Or was I? I could not sit and wait. I could not let them destroy me. I had to do something. I had to find the truth. I thought about Xander. I thought about his last words to me. New year, new us. He said it many times. He said it that night, his last night. Was it just a romantic phrase? Or was it something more? Maybe it was a code. Maybe he was trying to tell me something. I stood up. I looked around the apartment. Xander lived here with me. He kept things here. Maybe he left me a clue. I started to search. I opened drawers. I looked under the bed. I checked the closet. Nothing. I went to the bookshelf. I pulled out books. I shook them. I looked inside them. Nothing. I went to the kitchen. I opened cabinets. I looked behind boxes and cans. Still nothing. I felt tired. I felt hopeless. Maybe there was no clue. Maybe I was wrong. Then I saw the plants. Xander loved plants. We had 3 small plants near the window. He took care of them every week. I remembered something. Once, I asked him where he kept his spare keys. He smiled. He said he had a secret place. I went to the first plant. I lifted it up. I looked under the pot. Nothing. I went to the second plant. I lifted it up. I looked underneath. Nothing. I went to the third plant. It was bigger than the others. I lifted it carefully. And there it was. A small key. It was taped under the bottom of the pot. My heart started to beat fast. I pulled the key off. I held it in my hand. It was a locker key. It had a number on it, number 42. But where was the locker? What did it open? I thought hard. Xander went to a gym. He went there 3 times a week. His old gym, the one near his office. I grabbed my coat. I put the key in my pocket. I left the apartment. I took the bus to the gym. It was a big building. I walked inside. A woman sat at the front desk. She looked at me. "Can I help you?" she asked. "I need to use a locker," I said. "Number 42. She looked at her computer. "That locker belongs to Xander Sterling," she said. "He was my boyfriend," I said. "He died. I need to get his things." Her face changed. She looked sad. "I am sorry," she said. "Go ahead." I walked to the locker room. I found locker number 42. I put the key in. I turned it. The locker opened. Inside was a notebook and a small USB drive. I took them out. My hands shook. I sat down on a bench. I opened the notebook. The first page had Xander's handwriting, but the next pages shocked me. They were full of signatures. My signature. My name written over and over and over. Lynn Carter. Lynn Carter. Lynn Carter. Hundreds of times, maybe thousands of times. He practiced writing my name. He copied my handwriting. He learned every curve, every slant, every detail. Why? I turned more pages. Then I found words. A note. Written by Xander. "I have to do this. I have no choice. My family is dangerous. They do bad things. They launder money. They hurt people. I wanted to leave. I wanted to go to the police, but they will not let me go. If they kill me, at least Lynn survives. She needs money to run. She needs money to escape. I will protect her, even if I am dead. Tears fell on the paper. Xander knew. He knew his family would kill him. He knew he was going to die. He forged my signature. He put my name on the insurance. He did it to protect me. He wanted me to have money. He wanted me to run away, to be safe. But he did not think about one thing. He did not think they would blame me. By trying to save me, he made me look guilty. I held it close to my chest. Xander loved me. He tried to protect me, but his protection became my prison. Now I knew the truth. But would anyone believe me? I looked at the USB drive. What was on it? More secrets? More proof? I had to find out. I had to know everything. Because now I was not just fighting for my freedom. I was fighting for Xander too. I would find out who killed him. I would make them pay. New year, new us. Xander was gone, but I was still here, and I would not give up. I went home with the notebook and the USB drive. I knew what was on the USB. I checked it on my computer. It had files, documents, emails, photos, all about the Sterling family business, all about their crimes, money laundering, fraud, threats. Everything was there. This was evidence, real evidence. It could destroy them. And they knew I had it. That night, I sat in my dark apartment. I did not turn on the lights. I waited. I knew someone would come. I knew they would try to take the evidence from me. I was ready. I put my phone on the table. I connected it to my smart speaker. I set it to record. The speaker was in the corner of the room. Then I called the police. I told them to come to my address. I told them it was an emergency, but I told them to wait outside, to come in when they heard noise. Then I sat in the dark, and I waited. At midnight, I heard a sound. Someone was at the door. They were picking the lock. The door opened slowly. A man came inside. I could see his shape in the darkness. It was Marcus, Xander's brother. He closed the door behind him. He looked around the room. He thought I was asleep. He thought I was helpless. He was wrong. "Hello, Marcus." He turned fast. He saw me sitting in the chair. "You," he said. His voice was angry. "Where is it?" "Where is what?" I asked. My voice was calm. "The USB drive," he said. "I know you have it. I know you found Xander's locker." "Maybe I do," I said. "Maybe I do not." He walked toward me. His hands became fists. "Give it to me," he said, "or I will hurt you." "You already hurt me," I said. "You killed the man I loved." Marcus laughed. It was a cold, ugly laugh. "Xander was weak," he said. "He wanted to leave the family. He wanted to talk to the police. He was a traitor, so you killed him," I said. I cut the brake lines on his car. It was easy. He trusted me. He never checked his car. My heart hurt, but I kept my voice steady. "And you blamed me," I said. "Of course," Marcus said. "You were perfect. The poor girlfriend." The insurance money. Everyone believed you did it. He stepped closer. He was very close now. You are weak, he said. Just like Xander, you cannot stop me. You cannot stop our family. I stood up. I looked at him. I did not move back. I did not show fear. You are wrong, I said. My voice was cold, hard. I am not weak. I am Xander's choice, and he chose well. Marcus looked confused. Then he heard it. His own voice, coming from the speaker in the corner. I cut the brake lines on his car, his confession, playing back loud and clear. His face went white. What did you do? He said. I recorded you, I said. Every word, every confession. Then we heard more sounds. Footsteps. Many footsteps. Coming up the stairs. The door burst open. Police officers ran inside. They turned on the lights. Freeze, one officer shouted. Put your hands up. Marcus tried to run, but they grabbed him. They pushed him to the floor. They put handcuffs on his wrists. Are you okay, Miss Carter? He asked. Yes, I said. I am okay now. They took Marcus away. He screamed and fought, but it did not help him. I gave the detective my phone. I gave him the USB drive. I gave him the notebook. This is all the proof you need, I said. The detective looked at the evidence. His eyes went wide. This is big, he said. Very big. Thank you, Miss Carter. They all left. I was alone again. But this time, I was not afraid. I was not weak. I was free. 1 year went by. It was New Year's Eve again. So much changed in 1 year. Marcus went to prison. He got 20 years for murder. The Sterling family business collapsed. The police found all their crimes. They all went to jail. I was cleared of all charges. Everyone knew the truth now. I did not kill Xander. I loved him. The insurance money came to me. $3 million. It was a huge amount of money, but I did not buy a big house. I did not buy expensive cars. I did not spend it on myself. I used it to start a foundation, a place to help women. Women who were abused. Women who were wrongly accused. Women who needed help to fight back. I called it the Xander Sterling Foundation. It was my way to honor him. To make his sacrifice mean something. Today, I drove to the cemetery. It was cold outside. Snow covered the ground. I walked to Xander's grave. I stood in front of it. The stone was simple. It had his name and his dates. It was the insurance contract, the paper with my forged signature. I burned half of it. Now, it was black and torn. I placed it on his grave. It was a symbol, the lie that saved me. The paper that almost destroyed me. Now, it was just ash. I looked at his name on the stone. Tears came to my eyes, but I smiled too. Hi, Xander, I said softly. It is New Year's Eve again. The wind blew cold air around me. But I did not feel cold inside. Marcus is in prison, I said. Your family is gone, and I am free. You saved me. Your plan worked. I touched the cold stone. I am different now, I said. I am not the same woman you knew. I am stronger, I am braver, but I still have a kind heart. You taught me that. I thought about the word us. New year, new us. Us was different now. Us was me and his memory. Us was me and his love. Us was me carrying his legacy forward. You left me a chaotic world, Xander, I said, but you gave me the armor to fight it. Happy New Year, my love. I put flowers on his grave. Then I walked away. Behind me, I heard fireworks start. Boom, boom, boom. People were celebrating. The new year was here. This time, I did not cry. This time, I listened to the sound. I was alive. I was strong. I was ready for the new year. New year, new me. I'm happy you listened all the way to the end. If this story made you feel something, please give it a like. It really helps the video reach more English learners. You can also share it with one friend or classmate who loves stories. And please subscribe to Kavico English Storytime so you do not miss the next episode. New stories are coming soon. When you subscribe, you join our warm reading family. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for growing your English with me today.